हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण। प्रभु थोड़ा करताल करो। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी। राधा जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम राम हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव राधे। जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रमय जय सुदर्शना जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्र शत श्रीमन हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे बोल। श्रीमद्-भागवतम क्लास की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेष्नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्णिकीं कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। हरे कृष्णा। Welcome all to this morning Bhagavatam session. Now we are discussing today Canto 2 is going on and Chapter 6 started. And we are reciting the text 7, sloka number 7. So मैं बोलता हूँ, आप रिपीट कीजिए। विक्रमो भूर्भुवस्वश्च क्षेमस्य शरणस्य च सर्वकामवरप्यापि वरस्यापि हरेश्चरणास्पदम् विक्रमो भूर्भुवस्वश्च क्षेमस्य शरणस्य च सर्वकामवरस्यापि हरेश्चरणास्पदम् विक्रमो भूर्भुवस्वश्च क्षेमस्य शरणस्य च सर्वकामवरस्यापि हरेश्चरणास्पदम्। आप रिपीट कीजिए, ट्राई कीजिए प्रभु, दोनों ट्राई कीजिए, बस कोई ज़्यादा लाया लोग आए नहीं। विक्रमो भूर्भुवस्वश्च क्षेमस्य शरणस्य च सर्वकामवरस्यापि हरेश्चरणास्पदम्। प्रभु विक्रमो भूर्भुवस्वश्च क्षेमस्य शरणस्य च सर्वकामवरस्यापि हरेश्चरणास्पदम्। Vikramo bhurbhavasvascha Remasya saranasya cha Sarvakamavarasyapi Hare Sharanaspadam Vikramo bhurbhavasvasya Kshemasya saranasya cha Sarvakamavarasyapi Hare Sharanaspadam. Then Mataji Sautara. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. You come to support. Synonyms. Vikramaha, forward steps. Bhu Bhuva, of the lower and upper planets. Swa, as well as of heaven. Cha, also. Kshemasya, of protection of all that we have. Sharanya, of fearlessness. Cha, also. Sarva Kama, all that we need. Varasya, of all benedictions. Yeah. Api, exactly. Harihi, of the Lord. Charanaha, the lotus feet. Aspadam, shelter. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Thus the forward steps of the Lord are the shelter for the upper, lower and heavenly planets, as well as for all that we need. His lotus feet serve as a protection from all kinds of fear. Shall we repeat? Thus the forward steps of the Lord are the shelter for the upper, lower and heavenly planets, as well as for all that we need. His lotus feet serve as protection from all kinds of fear. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. For absolute protection from all sorts of fear, as well as for all our needs of life, we must take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, not only in this planet, but also in all the upper, lower and heavenly planets. This absolute dependence on the lotus feet of the Lord is called pure devotional service, and it is directly hinted at within this passage. No one should have any kind of doubt in this matter, nor should one be inclined to seek the help of any other demigods, because all of them are dependent on him only. Everyone except the Lord himself is dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Even the all-pervading super soul is also dependent on the supreme aspect of Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chikshunulnitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrunda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Welcome all. I seek blessings of all Vaishnavas sitting here who are seniors, the experts in giving Bhagavatam class. Just I have opportunity to speak something today. So today's topic, is just exactly like when Lord is speaking there, whatever Lord is doing there, we are all doing here. So we have to understand Lord is speaking, so His energy is coming to me also, so I am also able to speak little, okay. So if I am not able to speak, it's not that Lord is not speaking, it is my inabilities. Sometimes instruments are spoiled, so they may not act, though there is a power to that. So we have to understand like that. So the subject matter we are discussing, just let us see what is happening in Bhagavatam. Classes for last So, we are here at Canto 2, Chapter 6 and Text 7 we are discussing. So, Canto 1 was about creation, Canto 2 is talking about cosmic manifestation, which we have completed up to 5 chapters. So, each chapter is titled as the first chapter was the first step in God realization, where Sukadeva Goswami was speaking. In the next chapter also, Lord in the heart, he is explaining Sukadeva Goswami to Pariksit Maharaj. Then the pure devotional service, the change in the heart, where Saunuka Rishi also talking. So yesterday or 2 days before, Chaitanya Avatar Prabhu was mentioning there are so many discussions happening. One is Pariksit Maharaj hearing from Sukadeva Goswami. Then Saunuka Rishi also, Sukadeva Goswami, so Pariksit Maharaj. Then next is Sonaka Sut Goswami. Then all the rishis are also asking questions like Pariksit Maharaj. So and other discussions happening between Narada and Brahmaji. That is what the topic happening in this 5th chapter and 6th chapter. So here text 7 we are discussing. So if you yesterday also Prabhu was mentioning about this is started, there are the questions raised by Narada Muni to Brahmaji. Narada asked 6 questions actually. So different type of questions. Will not go more details, but just touch upon that. Narada asked what are the characteristics of the universe, what is its shelter, how is it created, process of creation, then how is it conserved, in what it the merges as destruction, what it depends on, and 6th question is what is comprised of ingredients. This is what that present topic 6th chapter. The answers are coming in given by Brahmaji, and Narada appreciated Brahmaji, and he was thinking he was the only person because he was seeing, he has not seen, I think that time maybe Krishna or maybe for us he may be asking these questions. So for us, for our benefit, so Narada is asking. So Brahmaji is mentioning, so I am not the supreme person, but what you are thinking is not correct, but understandable because you are seeing me only, so that is why you are asking these questions. So but beyond me is, in fact Narada also asked 2 type of things like, I am seeing you only, but you are also meditating. On whom you are meditating? So like that Narada also felt him. So who is that supreme person? There Brahmaji is explaining like that. Oh Narada, being merciful to me, you have asked these questions. Because of your inspiration, I am able to meditate on the Lord's prowess. I am but a subordinate to the Supreme Lord. He is beyond me. Unless one is aware of the position of the Supreme Lord who is beyond me, one is sure to be illusioned by observing my powerful activities. I only recreate, I manifest the universe which is already manifested by the self-manifesting Lord. Just as the sun and other luminaries reveal what is already revealed by the Lord. People bewildered by Maya, thinking of me as the Supreme. Similarly, we are also like that only, because what all we see only think, that is the only thing. Nothing is beyond that, So only the mercy of Prabhupada, so he has given us the high level topics to us Bhagavatam, which we are able to discuss. Otherwise, a person like me, reading Bhagavatam and even in front of you, trying to discuss this, beyond my, capability or anything, because of Guru and Srila Prabhupada's mercy. So we are discussing subject matter. We are come to know these are all the things. Otherwise, how will you know what today's world, like people are not seeing these books, they are seeing only Google and other things. Of course, they have opportunity through Google also, they can explore these Bhagavatam. If you type SB 1.2.6, whatever number you would type, comes, Veda base comes, very, very, because so many people are searching. So people have opportunity now. They can utilize the Google. They can really see, beyond what is being, visible here, So it's really wonderful opportunity to utilize the technology, utilize it, so that, we can get benefited. Otherwise, everybody think what we have seen only so far. We believe and we only work on that. The today even scientists, they believe only what they have seen. What they have not seen, they are not thinking. There are our Bhagavatam scriptures are there. So many things. So many inventions. Whatever the things like 300 years back when everybody was thinking Earth was flat. Columbus discovered Earth is round. But in our Shastra it is already mentioned. Bhagavatam, it is like round, everything, Like people will realize one day, so ultimately we have to take to the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. There are so many people, scientists really accepting actually, if not officially, at least many of them at personal level. Now you can see in IIT Mandi, our professor, director, what is his name? So he is preaching Leela Purushottam Prabhu, wonderful, he is very boldly, he is giving so many classes, though other side of people criticize, but he is very boldly, he is, being a devotee of Krishna and ISKCON, the member, devotee, he is wonderfully preaching, opportunity. Like you can see Radheshyam Prabhu, so many devotees, they are wonderfully preaching, Morning I was speaking to on Prabhu, So he said he was in Surat, okay, Surat, NIT Surat, so he's coming. So people will stop sending their children to NIT Surat and all because many people becoming ISKCON devotees. I remember once, when I went to Tirupati, one Mataji came and she was scolding me like anything, how you people are taking like that. I understand her son, joined ISKCON and all that, Of course, understandable, but since they don't have real knowledge, so they will feel what they are seeing outside material world, so their knowledge will be there only. So they want their children to, study a big IITs and go to big companies, earn money, just live material life. But while reading material things, so they have got lot of doubts. So because Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita giving answers, so they are getting attracted to that because of where they are intelligent people, naturally. So with the mercy of Prabhupada, he is wonderfully presented scientifically. So we are here on discussing this subject matter. So let us go to in this recap quickly on this up to 6 verses. What happened is like Lord's mouth is as Virat Purusha's mouth is generating center of the voice. Controlling deity is fire, his skin, 6 other layers are the generating centers of the Vedic hymns. Tongue is the productive center of different foodstuffs, delicacies, offering to demigods and all that. His 2 nostrils are generating centers of our breathing because the Lord is breathing, so we are breathing here, If Lord stops breathing, probably everyone stops breathing. So his eyes are generating centers of all kinds of forms because that day Sachinanda Prabhu and I think other Radhakant Prabhu and all presenting all these things wonderfully, because of things happening there through Virat Purusha, it is happening, we are also doing here. So his bodily surface is the breeding ground for the active principles of everything and for all kinds of auspicious opportunities. The hairs on his body are the cause of all vegetation, particularly of those trees which are required as ingredients for sacrifice. Then Lord's arms are the productive fields for the great demigods and other leaders of the living entities who protect the general mass. So his hands, because of his hands is the protective things which he, because of that we are able to get protection through the demigods, etc. So we know this Bhagavad Gita also we have seen many places. Prabhupada explained in the Bhagavatam we see there are Purusha avatars, So Chaitanya Charitamrita says Adilila 5.7, he who knows these three Purusha avataras becomes liberated from the clutches of Maya. What are the three Purusha avataras? One is Karanodaka Sai Vishnu. So Krishna's Karana ocean, he is laying on Karana ocean and creating all these universes, multi-universes, wonderful universes, uncountable, unlimited universes. The universe what we are seeing is only one universe, which is out of all those millions and uncountable universes. So it is said that like all those universes, like if you count like mustard seeds, small mustard seeds, like I don't know, one Prabhu was mentioning, if you put all the mustard seeds from the, he asked the king, what do you want actually? Then can you give me? He said, yeah. Let me try. I'll ask what you want. He wanted. He said, the chessboard, it has got 64 blocks. What you call? So white, black will be there now. In one, first start with the first chess. This block. Put 1 grain of whatever rice or wheat, whatever. We put 1 rice. Next is put 2 grains. Third is double 4, 8, like that. Keep putting, and whatever is comes, just give me. Oh, that's all. Okay, I will give you. Mantri was, oh, no. He's telling Mantri. Mantri calculated what will happen. So king said, no, because already promised. So if you count like this, the king cannot give the whatever he produced in his kingdom. This one, yesterday I calculated this for this. How much is comes, So I will show you. Can you see? Prabhu? Yeah. So I calculated. So I checked in Google 1 kg of what a kg of grain. How many? 32,000 grain pieces. This is 64 things. 64. I counted up to 64. So it goes like this. So multiplied by 2 goes like this. So these are number of kgs. This is number of grains, number of kgs. 1 kg becomes 32,000, understand? So as per Google, so I don't know, you can check it if you want. So as per that, 1 kg, from there it will go to 1,000 kgs means 1 quintal, okay? So this is 1 quintal, ton, 1 ton, 1,000 kgs, yeah. 1 ton, so like that tons. So I checked in India, the production of this one is 100 and some 1 million of something, 1 million, 120 million or something. 1 million ka kitna hai? This is 1 million. So this is the production happening. Sri Radha Madhava ki jai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So yeah, come to our mathematics calculation. So these many millions of tons, these million tons. This is 10 lakhs means 1 million ton, 2 million, 4 million. It's okay. So in India, 120 million production. That's what I seen. So 1 million. This is 1 year production. So like that, he has to give how many years? 2,000 years production. If we gives him, so it will be completed on the chessboard. Okay. So we have to be very careful. Anybody asks anything like that, we have to be careful, So, so I also surprised, let me see how much it comes. So I thought of sharing with you. So like that, so the unlimited universes produced by Lord. So we cannot count it. Even the grain, small grain pieces which in the chess game itself is, crossing. So when the Lord, makes things, it is beyond anybody's this one. So what is the topic we are discussing? Just got diverted a little bit. Yeah, so Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, from there as a Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, from his navel, Brahma is there sitting on 1,000 petal lotus flower, and from there after that for each universe, Lord enters into each universe as a Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. From there again within the universe, every atom, every element and every individual he enters as Paramatma, or Kan mein Bhagavan bolte hai na. So in every atom he enters as a Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. So these are the three Purusha avatars. So Chaitanya Charitamrita says, he who knows these three Purusha avatars becomes liberated from the clutches of Maya. So I think in ISKCON many people know, but we should remember always this. So I was hearing the one lecture of on Prabhu yesterday. What is the name? He was mentioning that this Virata Roop is in between Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu and we people, So he says Virata Roop is in between that. Whatever Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu organs or senses functions, that reflects into the Virata Roop. From there, all this, from the Virat Roop, this all happens to all our individuals. Anything like we mentioned earlier, what all we are seeing means Lord is seeing there, It is not that Lord is, it may not be in the physical way. It is in the subtle form there. It is very difficult to understand also. I am also very difficult to explain you how exactly is happening. Even Vyasadeva also, it is very difficult to describe these things. Even Brahma also says, but it is only we have to, based on our own understanding, our limited capacity, we have to try to understand that. The other day, Sachinanda Prabhu also mentioning, so it is beyond our perceptions, but this is what mentioned in our Shastras. So still we have to try to understand whatever possible for us. So if you have any questions, we can keep asking our senior Vaishnavas. They will be able to answer. But right now, I am just simply trying to present whatever I heard for Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Sorry, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's class I was hearing. So he was mentioning that Virat Rupa is the in-between one, actually. So what are all the jivas are doing? That is a reflection from Virat Purusha. But Virat Purusha is the reflection from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So actually everything is, we are supposed to act as per the system. I don't know whether this works here. Like these are the robots, made by all our scientists, engineers. They wonderfully function. We also start our show at the morning 4:30, Mangala Arati. So everything is monitored by someone. It's not that, they are working on their own, Everything is monitored, There is someone is monitoring beyond us, That is what Supreme Lord actually, what all we are doing. So in this, even the robots, when made by human beings, they need monitoring, Somebody is monitoring, like back-end engineers and all those people monitor and they control. Without the control, they cannot do it. Though some people think. Similarly, whatever we are all being, made by Supreme Lord, under His guidance only we can work, He has made Shastra, but only thing He has given us a little free will, We have to utilize that free will to synchronize with the system which He made to the Lord. Otherwise, if you are not synchronizing to what has made, it is going to be chaos. It is going to be a problem. Like a robot, it doesn't work as they design, So they will remove that such robots, right? They have to repair. Similarly, God is repairing us, So it is a trouble for us. God is repairing. We have we have given the free will, but free will we have to utilize. We have to understand the Shastra. What are the do's, don'ts? So accordingly, we have to change ourselves to connect to the system. If you do not connect to the system, so we are forced to connect it. Like government rules, you have to go on left side. We have to follow. In India, rules are keep right, left. In America, they keep right. Suppose some American comes, I don't want to follow Indian rules. I follow only American rules. Then chalan milega, unko, they may take him to jail also. So he will be punished. So similarly, when we don't follow as described by Lord, so we will be punished by the nature. That is already happening. So this is what. So every individual of us has to synchronize to the rules, regulations set by Supreme Lord. Okay. So the present topic in the come to main topic, that what is Prabhupada writing is the point 1. For absolute protection from all sorts of fear, as well as for all our needs of life, we must take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, not only in this planet but also in all upper, lower and heavenly planets. So time to time you have seen we have to take the shelter of Supreme Lord. So Supreme Lord's feet, if you see, there are so many markings on that. Different chakra is there, Kamala is there, Uddhava, Rekha, Ankusha, Mudra. All these things are there, which are all our parasa protection purpose. Details we will not go into that. So just I'm presenting it here. What is that? Krishna's lotus feet, how it looks like. So where we have to surrender, take the shelter of Him, Supreme Lord lotus feet. So this is what Prabhupada is mentioned in this particular, this one is absolute protection we have to take. If you see the Tirupati Balaji, like you have here Balaji, Balaji has 2 hands, you can see, it is showing right hand, it is showing down, What is the meaning of that, Take the shelter of my feet, Kali Yuga Devam, say in Telugu, Kali Yuga Devam, Balaji, take shelter of my feet. Please wait in this Bhagavatam sloka, it is coming. For absolute protection from all sorts of fear, we have to take the shelter, Supreme Lord's shelter. And his left hand puts like this, what does it mean? Someone stands like this, Like what is that? Panduranga. Panduranga also stands like this. What does it mean? I am in control, Anybody put 2 hands like this, stands like this, Like a heroic sort of thing. So Lord is telling, I am in control. So we have to understand that Lord is in control. So for that, we have to take His, He's giving Abhayahastam, He is telling us, take the shelter, my feet, You must take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. And he's saying not only in this planet, but also in all the upper, lower and heavenly planets as well. So we can see the things, time to time, various things like Gajendra, Gajendra, when he caught by the crocodile, so he was 10,000 years, 10,000 years. So he was struggling to get out of that crocodile because he was very powerful. And later when he realized no one can save me except Lord, that is due to his previous life's remembrance, got it. Then he prayed the Narayana for absolute protection. So Narayana came and he protected him. So like this, Gajendra. So whatever done in previous life is memory came. The Lord has given the memory, Lord says in Bhagavad Gita sloka, what is that sloka? I can give you remembrance and knowledge and sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishto mattaha smritir jnanam apohanam cha. So Lord has given that memory. So he has the remembrance came, then he prayed to the Lord, So Lord has protected him. Similarly, Prahalad, always remembers the Lord. He always depends on Lord, absolute protection. So he got the absolute protection. So Prahalada has been, tortured by his own father, so many ways. But every time he's been got protected by, only Narayana. So ultimately, his father asks, who is protecting? He says, who else can protect? Only Narayana. Only protect me and you as well, So ultimately he asks, can Narayana is there, can he come and protect you? He is there everywhere. Where he is there? He is there everywhere, He will break that pillar and Narayana comes from the pillar, and all the story. So this were supporting this purport, all these points. So other is happened, we have seen like Brahma and also Indra, they also had to take the shelter of Supreme Lord, So they have, we know the Govardhan Leela and Brahma Vimochan Leelas. So where, Lord has lifted Govardhan and where, for which Indra has to send the rain there. Finally, he has to come down and to surrender to Krishna. So these are things. Anything else? Anybody remembers the type of shelter? There are so many stories we have. So there is a one in Telugu, Garuda Gamana Rara. So he sings, Ramadasu sings actually one song, Who is from in Golconda only he is written, I think, this song. He was been jailed in the, right? So during that time he was praying the Lord, So he was praying the Lord. So in Telugu, this one, so I can read the translation in English. You can sing, you are a good singer. Garuda Gamana Rara Nanu Ni Karuna Nelu Kora. Garuda Gamana Rara Nanu Ni Karuna Nelu Kora. Parama Purusha Ye Verapuleka Ni Marugu Jochitini. Aramara Seyaka Garuda Gamana Rara Nanu Ni Karuna Nelu Kora. Piluwagane Rammi Abhayamu Talapagane Immi. Piluwagane Rammi Abhayamu Talapagane Immi. Kalimi Balimi Nakilalo Nivani Palu Virinchitini Naluanu Gannaya. So this is a song he has written and sung actually. So there was a story for that. Anyway, our people went to Bhadrachalam, so he constructed that temple, Ramadasu. So because of government money, he constructed that temple. He has been jailed by the king, that type of Nawab. So then he prayed to the Nawab, prayed to the Rama and Lakshman that time. He was the devotee of Ram. So for him he has written all these. There are so many, he has written thousands of kirtans. Ultimately, Rama came and he cleared his loan actually. In his dream or really came? Yeah. So ultimately the king has to relieve him next day, So the translation of that Pallavi, anybody wants to read the translation? Can you?
Whether you have me or sink me, I totally surrender to you. Please don't delay. Oh Lord, why don't you come and protect me? I implicitly believe that you are my savior. O Hari, the embodiment of kindness, why don't you come? Why are you so stubborn? O Lord of Bhadragiri, you are merciful. Assuage my agony and save me. O Lord of Ramadasu, please be close to me.
Hare Krishna. So this is the local thing actually. So I thought it is appropriate to put in. He is not very far away. Golconda is very close. So you can go to Golconda once and see if Prabhu's desire want to ask him sometime. We can go and see the Ramadas. There is a small temple also there actually on a wall. You visited? Okay. So Prabhu, the second point in the purport is this absolute dependence on the lotus feet of the Lord is called pure devotional service, and it is directly hinted at within this passage. So he is saying pure devotional service. So we have in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 2, Chaitanya Charitamrita and Madhya Leela 19.167, it is coming. Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmadi anavrutam anukulena krishnaanuselanam bhaktirottama. So Prabhupada is writing pure devotional service. So we have to understand what is pure devotional service. So the definition is already available here. What is that? When first class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires, knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy and fruitive action. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So this is the pure devotional service is being defined. So we should not have any tinge of either knowledge or karma. So we have to only purely devotional service. Anything we do, just whatever activity we are doing, that is only for Krishna. We should not have anything for our sense gratification or any of our interest. I like this, that is why I do. No, not like that. It is mentioned, Krishna likes, that is why we have to do, because sometimes there are different type of sevas in the temple, People like some seva, don't like some other seva, Suppose temple president or whoever in charge, he says, do this seva, means we have to do, whether we like it or not. So, but we have to like it, because the temple authorities are asking to do it, we have to do it, with liking. Though I may be capable, not capable, that different issue, due to time some requirement. So that is what, that is the, without any tinge of our interest, our liking or whatever it is, Because I can do this one very nicely, so I will do only this one. No, not like, maybe I may not, even whether you can do it or not, but at the time requirement, nobody is there, someone has to do, so we have to do the service, So like that, so, and not that, even knowledge, not I don't know how to tell this, knowledge also. Basically, knowledge only helps to do something, but I don't know how to, maybe Radhakant Prabhu tell not to have, renounce the knowledge also. In this sloka, not to have tinge of anything, karma or knowledge, right? How to say that, not to have knowledge? Not to feel proud that I know this one, something like how to... Jnana, basically the jnana.
Jnane prayasamudapasya namanta eva jivanti mukharitam bhavadiya vartam ye prayasho jito apitais trilokyam. That shloka, third line I missed it. Our endeavor is not to gain the knowledge. That is a mood.
Okay.
Our endeavor is not to gain the knowledge. Our endeavor is not to gain siddhi. Our endeavor is not to gain fame, name or anything, but to engage in Krishna service.
Okay. Whatever we
so jnana is something like, it's a natural thing, like when someone knows Krishna, he is a perfect jnani. So So a devotee automatically is a gnani. So
thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So point number 3, Prabhupada mentioning, no one should have any kind of doubt in this matter, nor should one be inclined to seek the help of any other demigods, because all of them are dependent on him only, on Krishna only. So Krishna says, so not to have any doubt. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18.66, no doubt in that. What he says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Raja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshaishyami Ma Suchaha. So, you abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. So Krishna is giving assurance. So Prabhupada nicely mentions that. If you have any doubt, don't have doubt. Here Krishna is giving the assurance. LIC people are also using this sloka actually. So he is also telling that not seek the help of any demigods also. Antavattu phalam tesham, Bhagavad Gita 7.23 says, Antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavatya alpa medasam devan devayajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. So clearly Krishna telling, no need to depend on demigods, because what all they are giving, it is a temporary things. Why you have to go for temporary things? So whoever worship me, they will come to me. So whoever worship demigods, they will go to demigods place. Whoever worships Pitrus, they will go to Pitruloka. So this is what Bhagavad Gita is clearly explaining. So, but ultimately we have to go to Supreme Lord. Na tad bhashayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. So Bhagavan ka in his abode there is no sun, there is no moon or electricity. That is a self-illuminating place. So what else to supporting slokas from other things? Any other demigods, because all of them are dependent. So, aham sarvasya prabho mattaha sarvam pravattate iti matva bhajante maam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. These are all supporting things to what all the coming in this Bhagavatam already came in Bhagavad Gita, which we already studied. So just for reference, I have put here, because Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport very clearly, don't depend on anything. No one should have any kind of doubt in this matter, nor should one be inclined to seek the help of any other demigods, because all of them are dependent. Here Krishna is telling, material and spiritual both are emanating from me. Okay? So nobody else. It is very clear. So once we know that, engage in my devotional service. Once we know he is the only Supreme Lord, naturally we will engage in the devotional service of Supreme Lord. We will take the shelter of his lotus feet. I don't know how many slides I have put it. Everyone except the Lord himself is dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Even the all-pervading super soul is also dependent on the supreme aspect of Bhagavan, the personality of God. So Prabhupada, fourth point in the purport is that, what is that? Everyone except the Lord himself is dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Even the all-pervading super soul is also dependent on the supreme aspect of Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. So Prabhupada mentions, there are three levels of realizing the Supreme Lord. One is Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. So three levels. So out of which third level is the highest one. Tasmad ekena manasa bhagavan satvatam atihi srotavya kirtitavyascha. Yeah. Therefore, with one pointed attention, one should constantly hear about, glorify, remember and worship the personality of Godhead, who is the protector of the devotees. So, Supreme Lord is the only protector. So, all the time we have to have attention on Him, glorify Him, remember and worship the personality of Godhead. So, this is the three levels of realizing the Lord. We just now discussed that learned transcendents who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma or Bhagavan. You know, we already discussed point. So in the Bhagavatam, it comes in 2.5.15 already we done. Narayana para Veda, Deva Narayananghaya, Narayana para Loka, Narayana para Makha. The Vedic literatures are made by and are meant for the Supreme Lord. The demigods are also meant for serving the Lord as parts of His body. The different planets are also meant for the sake of the Lord, and different sacrifices are performed just to please Him. So these are all related topics just to connect to our point of discussion. So I have brought here. So I think time now, and we'll conclude. Anyone wants to add? Radhakant Prabhu and Radhanath Prabhu, anything to add or any corrections, comments, any questions maybe you can discuss?
You said the IITians who join the temple, their parents will make hue and cry. One Mataji scolded you. So yesterday one RSS fellow was telling about one incident. So one devotee, their acquaintance son joined the temple in Vijayawada, and then the boy's mama, parents, they went to convince the boy, and they tried to bring him back. So mama saw, they discussed what are all they are doing and everything. After all that, mama was convinced what they are doing is so nice, he's living better life than what we are all living. So why are you harassing him? So that mama was trying to tell the parents, why are you harassing him? He's better, far better than all of us, like that, far happier.
Yes, you should promote actually these things. Yeah. Can make a video. Thank you, Prabhu. Is there anything else? Radhanath Prabhu or Chintamani Prabhu?
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు. మీరు రామదాస్ బందికాన రుణం గురించి చెప్పారు కదా, అప్పుడు భగవాన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆయన రుణం తీర్చేసినప్పుడు ఆయనకు చెప్పినప్పుడు ఆయనకు కళలు కనిపించిండు, రాజుకు, ఈయనకు నిజంగా కనిపించిండు. ఈయన రుణం తీర్చేసినట్టే మళ్ళా దొంగతనం చేసినదని నింద వస్తుందంటే రామభగవానుడు రివర్స్కి పోయేటప్పుడు ఇది ఫతే దర్వాజా, బంజారీ దర్వాజా, మకై దర్వాజా ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఆ డోర్లలో ఒక డోర్ని రివర్స్ చేసిపోయిండు. దానికి నిదర్శనం అది. మీరు వచ్చి నా రుణం తీర్చినని ఎట్లా తెలుస్తుంది అంటే ఒక డోర్ని నేను రివర్స్ చేస్తా అని చెప్పేసి చెప్తాను. ఇప్పుడు మనం అందరం ఈడ ఉన్నాం, ఏదైనా ఒక ఘటన జరిగినప్పుడు మనకు అనిపిస్తుంది కదా. వానకు వచ్చి రాజుకు కళలో చెప్తాడు, రామదాస్కి ఏదో కలిసిపోతాడు, మీరు మళ్ళీ రుణం నాకు తీర్చారు కదా, నేను ఆయన రాజు మళ్ళీ దొంగ అనుకుంటాడు కదా, ఎట్లా అంటే నేను పోయేటప్పుడు ఒక గుర్తు పెట్టేసిపోతా అంటాడు. ఆ డోర్లలో ఒక డోర్ రివర్స్కి ఉంది. హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ. థ్యాంక్ యూ ప్రభు. Anything else? Mic is in your hand, Prabhu.
It is on the same line about parents feeling sad about if their son is going to join the organization. Sometimes, most of the time, feel how to handle their feelings. They feel that they lost their son. They wanted to be with him, interact, go here and there. So the son will not be there in the family. So how to address the parents' feeling of losing the child.
Maybe Radha Gandhru.
हुक संग कैसा भी नहीं रहेगा वो तो अमेरिका जाएगा या तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाएगा, अगर है तो भी कैसा भी शादी होने के बाद उनके पत्नी तो उनको उनके साथ जाने नहीं देंगे। सो वो सब समझेंगे तो इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। मगर लोग है ना मोस्टली सोसाइटी क्या सोचेगा करके ज़्यादा सोचते हैं, अरे इनका बेटा सन्यास बन गया। मगर अभी ऐसा नहीं है, इस्कॉन का इतना नाम हो गया, शान हो गया कि अगर कोई इस्कॉन में जाएंगे तो अच्छा है, सब लोग प्राउडली बोलेगा मेरा बेटा ब्रह्मचारी बन गया इस्कॉन टेम्पल में करके। बदल गया समय। अभी इतना थोड़ा बहुत रहता है, बट बाद में बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स अच्छा है मेरा बेटा ऐसा है। जस्ट डे बिफोर यस्टरडे वी वेंट टू वन हाउस। सो बड़ा बेटा जब डिवोटी बन गया था तब 3 साल तक ही डिडंट टेल इन द होम दैट आई टुक अप कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस एंड आई एम गोइंग देयर। उनका दीक्षा भी हो गया था, बोला नहीं था। बाद में फिर थोड़ा दिन के बाद एक्चुअली वो डिवोटी बनने के बाद उनको ऐसा अलायंस आया कि वेरी स्टिंकिंग रिच फैमिली का अलायंस आया एंड ही रिजेक्टेड दैट अलायंस। एंड 1 साल वो लोग पीछे पड़ के समहाउ कन्विंस करके उनको शादी कर लिया। एग्जाम्पल आई मीन वो डिवोटी इज नॉट आफ्टर मनी और एनीथिंग, इसे पक्का इस्कॉन का डिवोटी बन गया। सो इतना अच्छा लड़का मेरे को कहाँ मिलेगा करके रिच पीपल दे गिव देयर डॉटर। सो पेरेंट्स भी मीनवाइल बिफोर इवन मैरिज पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो दे अंडरस्टूड कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस। एंड अभी छोटा बेटे को वो लोग बोलते जाइए तो जाके तुम ज्वाइन करो करके ज्वाइन करो, हमको कोई इतराज नहीं है, आपको जाके मंदिर में ज्वाइन करना है। तो वो बेटा नहीं मेरे मंदिर में ज्वाइन करने का काबिल नहीं है। सो थिंग्स हैव चेंज्ड ए लॉट इन दैट रिस्पेक्ट, क्योंकि पीपल आर सीइंग, पीपल आर सीइंग। पहले देखने के लिए नहीं मिलता था, अभी एवरी न्यूक एंड कॉर्नर इस्कॉन टेम्पल इज देयर, एवरी स्ट्रीट में कोई ना कोई इस्कॉन डिवोटी दिखता है। सो दिस लाइफ इज फार बेटर देन द लाइफ who live outside. हरे कृष्ण भैया।
प्रोफाइल बढ़ाने का, इम्प्रूव करने तो यू हैव टू राइट इन द इस्कॉन डिवोटी सो दैट। हरे कृष्ण। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौरभक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
His Grace राधा कृष्ण चंद्र प्रभु की जय,
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।